Hi, I'm Brian,
I'm Mary.
and we're at home in Almaden Valley, San Jose, California. Almaden Valley is a pretty special place. Here you are in the heart of Silicon Valley, and yet you're really surrounded by beautiful mountains that separate us from the ocean on one side, and another set of mountains that separate us from the vineyards of the Central Valley on the other. And so this particular lot is pretty special because we're high up on the hill, including where the house sits, was all a very large sandstone quarry. And it's the same quarry that was used to build Stanford University. And that's a personal connection for us since I came to California to go to grad school at Stanford. We're both born and raised in Wisconsin, and I grew up not too far from where Frank Lloyd Wright, the famous architect himself, was born and raised. I've always been a fan of his architecture, even as a young kid. And so when we had the fortunate opportunity to build this one, I really wanted to try some of the key elements of his style of unique architecture. The layout of the house, which is really where the architect just shined for us, was we were just trying to capture all the different views available from the center of the house. And so again, we wanted to be able to capture the valley in the south, but at the same time still be able to see the quarry mountain peak to the north. And yet to be able to be in the center of the house and be able to kind of take it all in at once. The windows were such a prominent component of the architecture of our house. It's more than just an opening. It's also the way one can use the grid lines to create interesting patterns, both from the inside and from the outside for the house. And so our architect in particular had made extensive use of the grid patterns themselves. And it took a lot of attention to detail to make sure we had all of those grid lines lining up correctly. And every window in the house is custom, so we needed someone who we could trust to come in and get it right.
We were working with another company that we thought we were going to go with, and they couldn't meet all our needs. Our contractor came up with Kolbe.
Yep.
One of the things that Kolbe was able to do that the competition could not was just the intricacies of the windows. There were so many things that were unique, and those just aren't done. Those are very difficult to put together. And I thought that was something that was very unique to what only Kolbe could do. So the windows are as important as almost anything else in the house, and if they're wrong, you see it.
I think part of what we loved about the windows, and in particular the large sliding glass doors, is we can either be very much a part of the exterior, or we can block that off in order to keep it warm and quieter inside the house as well, yet without losing the connection to the outside through the view. We have a complete open space. There's so many different unique views and corners. We really enjoyed being in all different parts of it.
I like the peace of the morning. It's very quiet, and the light is just beginning. The valley's just starting to wake up, and we have a bird's eye view. It's really fabulous.